From Mumbai exclusively for this session. So we thank you so much, sir, for that effort. And he has worked and contributed a lot in making many renowned super hit films in Hollywood as well as Bollywood. He worked as a VFX supervisor in The Misfits, Final Fantasy, Rainfall, to the last release Alien 2, Ganpat, Mission Mangal, and Game Changer. He will be discussing about visual graphics AR and VR technology in film industry. Once again, a hearty welcome you, sir. Please come on, please.
So I'll start from this because being it's a character from we have used from Kerala. So what was a character like this when we design? It's a very famous R.K. Lakshman's common man for Times of India. He is very world known, famous when a director wants to design. So we need to design from scratch, from the storyboard to the character creation and lot of iterations and everything. So we started from designing from a cartoon character to a 3D character. So this character was created and this gun, everybody knows, very famous of Robo, Rajnikant's iconic Shankar Sir's gun sequence. So we added this one and he was like, wow, yes, we can use this one. And when we used the actor, so we needed an actor who can perform and speak, and he had a very comic. So we shot Mr. Somasundaram in mocap in 2019, even before he did Minal Murli. So, but he's not coming in the movie and his face is not seen. But we selected him because we did audition and we saw he was able to act, to perform for this 3D character which is there in the movie. So a lot of background goes to design a character, even to select for the motion capture also we need to select who can perform. So everything starts from, as I said, from a plain page and your imagination. So imagine and then put it into a paper and then you can go to the process. Here we use motion capture. So you can see over here, when we are capturing any artist, we need to see how he is talking, what is his body language, how is he picking up the, and then we need to create in the animated world. So it's not an easy task, but yes, we use the technology. Today we have got the augmented reality. So when we were shooting this, the director was able to see what the actor is performing on his screen. He was able to see a 3D character which is on the right hand side corner. So everything works it out like that. So we see the whole action and then we go back to the drawing board with our 3D artist. And we get the first one, that is the grayscale. The grayscale model has been created, we animate it, we put it inside the shot, then we do the lighting. Lighting is, again, for this, you again have to learn a lot about cameras and knowledge of how the cinema works without lighting. You have to have a good knowledge even of lighting. So in VFX, you have to have a knowledge of everything. You have to even be a director yourself, because you're going to design a shot, you're going to do the scaling, because when I did the shoot, there was no one over there and we need to guide the actor to shoot. There is a person standing over there. So you have to use all the knowledge available to make this shot ready. And like this, we are making a whole movie. So imagine how much process is this. So we start doing this with a storyboard. We make a storyboard, we present to the director, we show to the actor, they act, perform, we do the dialogue, we do the rehearsal, and then we take the shot. And then the CG guys, they take the references of that lighting environment, because the main thing is when we put this character inside this, The lighting is the most key important. So if you see all this light passes, all small details, adding dust, everything, then blur. This makes your one frame ready. So like this, you need to make all the shots for your movie or web series or even a YouTube video. So this is the whole process today. I know there are many videos available online. You're watching, everybody is going through it. But I will suggest, do not see them. First, start basic, that is, learn from animation and visual effects from the basic. Try to understand what is the key element, that is your mind and a paper. If you can put your thought onto a paper, you can create anything. Again, I'm saying you can create anything. Now this shot, I'm explaining to you because this was not my director's requirement. My director said, I'm very happy with this shot. We didn't, but we added extra element, that is gun, paper flying off, holes on the wall and everything, to make it more real. Because he wanted to only tell the story about the shot. And we went as a studio, we decided that we will add the layers, we will work frame by frame, and we will put more elements in this one. So again, as I said, if the thought process goes into the level for everybody's liking, then a frame becomes much better. I'll show you one more, one second. Imagine anything and you can create. That's the power of VFX and animation. Now you can ask me questions related whatever you feel. It's years. So when we did Indian 2, that time augmented reality and Unreal and virtual reality was in place. So we were able to literally virtually do it. And when we did Mission Mangal, that minute this technology was not even there. So we had to again go back to our board, create everything, see it, then come back to director, show him on the set when we are shooting. So when we are shooting it, it was all imagination. Because we have to, so that is the, again as I said, you have to be very thorough with your homework. So that was all this time. But today, thanks to technology, before even going for the shoot, any locations we can think about it and we can redesign. Like Mission Mangal, we never came to even Bangalore or we never went to ISRO. We sat down in Mumbai and we recreated everything sitting over there. And when ISRO called us to acknowledge and give us accolades that you have taken our movie and you made it larger than life, how did you all manage? And we said that, sir, it's all about study. We only took images, study material, asked a lot of people. Of course, Hollywood has already done rockets going in Apollo 13 and everything. But you know, India is a place where budget is always an issue. Because it's everybody wants to make a movie, but the budgets are quite limited. So we have to always work backwards. Whatever the best budget is available with our producers, make it in that one and make the best way. So I know a lot of people will say, one movie is good, other movie is not working good. I have another way of saying, no, the other movie also is good, but the budget is less. Because we are a country where budget is very limited. But we want to make content. We want to make, India is the second biggest country in the world making maximum movie every year. Hollywood makes 900, India makes 870 movies a year. But we have always a budget constraint. But we should not be afraid of what we are. We have a budget, we work with that budget. So Indian 2 had a good budget, so we went on using the technology. On the time of shoot, when Somsundaram was there, we were able to see how is he acting, how is he performing, because motion capture is available today. You can literally see on the computer how the character is also moving. So you don't have to go back to your studio and reshoot. In previous time, we used to do reshoot again because we say, oh sir, this shot is not matching. If the budget is allowing, they give us the reshoot time. Otherwise, they will say whatever is there, you manage in this one only.
What I felt really interesting is
Animation is the main key over here because you need to learn about. So VFX is just not today. Everybody is actually having a wrong idea of VFX. They think, oh, VFX is different, animation is different. No, animation and VFX goes hand in hand. If you want to become a good VFX guy, you have to learn animation, and if you want to make a good animation, you have to know good VFX, because in animation also, if you see all the animated characters, how do you feel that when you put it into a screen, it looks matches with your frame? Because you need to know compositing skills, and compositing skill is a part of VFX. So it's a both thing together. And I said that he tried to use the industry standard. There are many applications ready-made available today online and everything, but you have to learn. If you want to take this as your career, you have to learn the applications which are used by the industry standards. Anyone else? Questions, guys, don't hesitate. I've come all the way from Mumbai over here only to help you all out. And I'm very keen because I go to universities to pick up people, because I can vouch for creativity starts from university or institute. It doesn't start by giving a good resume on internet and going for application. No, it starts from the institute. Sorry, I'm not here. So, again, a good question. What are the industry standards? So 3D softwares are many, but industry loves Maya. That's an application used globally. The only reason, but it is only 30%. I'll tell you that, because big studios have their own application. They do not depend on applications like Maya. But what happens is, when you have a global school and university teaching, they cannot have their own application creation because they don't have the money and everything. So they use Maya. Maya is an open-based application where you can completely rescript, reprogram and everything. And industry studios, they take the Maya people, but they will train you back again to use their own application. The reason when they use their own application is only one reason. Everybody has their pipeline, because industry works in a pipeline. When you see one frame, it's 10 people work together and make one frame. Without that 10 people, I'm not talking about artists, I'm talking about technicians. The software engineer, the coders, and everybody create one program, and then that one frame is getting created. Artists are secondary. If the coders are not there, the application will not run properly. So that reason the studio makes their own application. Even I represent 2-3 studios. They also have their own application running, but we call people from outside and the students. So if though you are learning Maya, your chances are 90% that you will be selected, because Maya is a global standard software. There are other new softwares are coming in, and which is a fantastic, which I suggest everyone to learn, because that software has become free. That is Blender. So don't hesitate to use Blender, learn Blender, and industry is going to change. So if you master in Blender, you can work anywhere. It's a free application developed only for one goal purpose, that everybody can think, imagine and recreate, and there is no money, because Maya is by default behind, there's a money involved. So every big studios, they do not use Maya only for that reason, because if you have got 300 people, that means 300 applications required to purchase. And as I said, movie means a lot of budgets are there. So a producer, when he designs a movie, he calculates all this area. So Europe decided that, okay, let's make an application where, so Blender was used very strong when Lord of the Rings came in. And they thought that because their studio was very small when they started in New Zealand, they had got only 34 artists. I'm again telling correct, 34 artists, and they had got very limited money. So they went with the open source, they started working on the shots, As the movie started becoming very hit, they shifted to Maya, and now today that company is called Weta. It's the second biggest on the world, the best animation visual effects studio. So again, as I said, imagine and you can do it. Create the Common Man, it went 3 months.
My God.
Again, it's, as I said, it's a drawing, animation, character. I need to create one frame, I'm saying. Once the character is ready, it can be rendered and created in a very quick time. But the creation time, you asked me creation time, so yes, 3 months of creation, almost 1.5 months with director like Shankar sir, when we are working with him, who is a very dedicated, he's the forefront of technology. He's the one who thrives to push technology in India. That's why his movies are all having, if you see from the old, even before me also, they were all fantastic visuals because he used to thrive to use technology in his movie. He always wanted to be one step ahead. And thanks to him only, our industry is today seeing all this Bahubali, which has created the stardom for India, because India got opened up. The world was watching India, that we can also do good films and big films, you can say actually. But before Bahubali, there were a lot of movie content was there from India, but it was not getting recognized. We were always recognized as movies like Satyajit Ray used to make movies only on the Indian content. He has got Oscar awards, but no one talks about it because there is no glamour. But when Bahubali and everything came out, that's glamour. But India always had the hunger for making movies. What we have, we should always be proud about it and put it forward ahead. But Bahubali put us in the world. Actually, before Bahubali, it was Lagan, which Amir Khan made it. But it was on stardom. It was an actor who has put it ahead. But Bahubali made, because it was an effort done by almost 600 people worked in that movie. So that changed the whole perspective of Indian cinema. Today, it is very important. So this is called color science. So it goes hand in hand. What happens when a movie is made? The DOP, the cinematographer, is the key guy who sets the color palette. He from the start decides that I want to make this mood of color. So if you see movies, some movies have got a Pantone effect of warm feel. Some movie has got cool effect. This is all cinematographer. This is not the director, not anyone else. The DOP decides, he shows to the director feels very nice about it. Yes, he said. Now, when you're making a shot, so the DOP designs the color science, then he passes on to the VFX guy, saying that, see, this is my color information. Whatever you do it, you have to marry in that one. So we have to stitch it. So there is the color science today. You all will learn about it. Today the global standard is ACES. The reason behind we are using ACES color form because a lot of Hollywood work happens in India. They don't even travel. Like when I started working for a Hollywood movie, I didn't even go to LA to shoot one frame also. Everything was shot, came to us, we finished the whole movie sitting in Mumbai only. The only reason we were able to do it because we got all the technical input while they were shooting. What is the color palette? What is the ambience? What is the... Even when the light is coming, we say what is the Kelvin? Because lighting is all about how much Kelvin, how much heat it is generating. So all this information is been given to the CG guys. We take that information, we add it into the CG, and then we grade one phase. CG, when you are giving it back to the DI guys, you have to put it one phase. So there is a one grade of level which we have to give it to the DOP, because ultimately all the shots from any VFX, it goes to the DOP. It never goes to the producer or the director. It goes to the DOP. DOP sits into the DI studio and he grades every frame again. Even if he's finished his film, he will grade it, he will match it, Every frame by frame he will match it and grade it, and then what you see the film output. Whether it's for cinema or it's on for television, the process is the same. They have to grade it. So yes, your answer is, when we do a CG shot, it has to be graded, but only one phase. Not the whole shot has to be graded. We phase one phase and we give it to this one, to the DOP, and then he matches to the rest of the movie. If we do not match it, what will happen is, the CG looks different and the background will look different, and you will have two different of color information. You don't need any actors. Why do you think actors are there? And why don't anybody can become an actor? Can you give me this answer? Why we need actors to act? Good, I know about it. That is, you are shooting a actor. Ultimately, we are going to erase it and we are going to put a CG character. Correct?
Yes.
But I am asking you, can a normal man act and an actor can act? Who can act better? Actor can act. That's it. So when we, again, as I said, the budget is always the criteria. When we go on the shoot, my producer asks me, Subroto, how many days? I'll say, sir, 2 days. He calculates the shoot cost, people cost and everything. And then, so now I have to finish a shot which is actually a 10-day job. But we have to finish in 2 days. So who will perform? An actor who knows his script, who knows his, because his life has gone only reading and acting. So he will give me a quick action. If I tell him, sir, you are crying, and at the same time you have to think from inside you are laughing, only to laugh next shot. So he will instantly give me his reaction. So that is how, the reason why we select actors, even not really just here. You open any Hollywood movie where, let's talk about Planet of Apes. Why did they use all the good actors and they're paying big money on the actors? They can use any common people and everything. No, because the director wants the expression, the emotion. Because this emotion and expressions, the animators who is designing the shot studies all the lip movement and everything from the actor, and then you see actually a very good shots like today Planet of Apes and everything. So yes, you need an actor to perform. A non-actor also works, but for him we will have to train him first. So he will be spending a lot of my producer's time and my time also. Of mind, my dear. That's the reason I said, imagine, and put it into the paper. Okay, I'll give you one very good example. There was one sequence for a movie. My director said that we are blasting a head. There is a time bomb inside his head. But Subroto, I want that shot to be very beautiful and children has to watch it. He put me in a very, very bad situation. I said, sir, and he said that the blast has to look really very good. And I said, sir, this is a huge challenge. No, yeah, that's a challenge. We worked almost 6 months to study on one character. We did lots of study and everything. And if you go and open Kingsman movie, which is there in Netflix, it's a Hollywood movie. So there was somewhere around 134 shots which we had done in Family Studio, and they had asked us that this is the challenge and we are giving it to you. We used the most imaginative way, and they were all glitters. We used the Disney style of explosion into a real world, and every explosion of the head is happening, but there is not a single drop of blood coming out, or you can even see any flesh, because the director said to us, we want the children to watch this film. So I don't have it right now, but you can anytime Google it and see, and you can write Kingsman head exploding. You will see that shot and you will see it. So again, we sat with the international team, and we sat down in Mumbai. I was very happy that shot director loved it, and he has taken our ideation. So again, imagination is unlimited. like you can think about an alien attack, but the alien is already staying in India. So he's in the day-to-day, he's sitting in imagination can be anything. So when we sit in the meeting, when a movie director comes in, we discuss, we put lots of ideas. So this is where your prep work happens, your ideas happen. What you saw, the shots and everything of Attack or Mission Mangal, they all took time for us because there will be 10 artists. 10 artists have different 10 heads. So 10 heads cannot be put into. So we again discuss. Someday we say, no, you have to use my idea. I'll say, what we as in the profession we say is, whatever is the best, we put it forward to the director and then we take the approval and we go ahead. Because we used him for a motion capture for a character.
അടുത്തതായി കൃതജ്ഞത പ്രകാശിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിന് കവിയും IGT ഡയറക്ടറുമായ ഇന്ദ്രബാബു സാറിനെ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട അധ്യക്ഷൻ, പ്രസ് ക്ലബിന്റെ പ്രസിഡന്റ് PR പ്രവീൺ, നമ്മുടെ ഈ ശില്പശാല, ആധുനിക ചലച്ചിത്ര ശില്പശാല ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്ത് ഈ വേദിയെ ഏറ്റവും സമ്പന്നമാക്കിയ നമ്മുടെ